Oh, welcome everybody to the online program for the alumni of the Sunshine Coast Health Centre up here in Powell River, BC. And the topic this time around is on meaning-centered therapy. If you were here in the last 2-3 years, you understand what meaning-centered therapy is. If you were in the old program, this might be a little new, but no doubt you've been reading about it on the written portion of the online program. So we've been conducting a pilot project, and the pilot project is the setup for this major project we'll be conducting here in the fall. So I thought for this topic, we'll give you a few of the results we've been discovering from the analysis of all of the data coming in. And it's quite interesting in many different ways, but among the things we're finding are that a lot of what we were hoping might come out of meaning therapy appears to be confirmed by all the data. At any rate, we won't know for sure, and this is only a pilot project, very small little project, and the main project, as I mentioned, won't actually be conducted until, well, it won't be finished until next year. So, but these preliminary results, they're kind of interesting. So the basic idea behind the project is we talk to the clients who've gone through the therapy and ask them how they make sense of their addiction and their recovery. And then just looking at all of the data from the clients, we're going to come up with a theory of addiction and recovery and therapy and a bunch of other things. And then what we're going to do is we're going to take that idea, all those ideas that came from the clients, and we're going to match them against the official scholarly research and scholarly theory that informs the therapy here. And we're just going to see if they fit or if they don't, or we've totally missed the boat, or what the strengths are, the weaknesses, all those sorts of things. So that's the basic idea behind it. So right now we've conducted the interviews, we've got a lot of case notes, we've conducted statistical analysis, so we have all this data we're working with. So we've been analyzing the data and coming up with some rather interesting results. Okay, so we'll spend some time on this topic, just helping you understand some of the results that we've been coming up with. And the first one is that addiction seems to be what we would call a dissolution of the self. And what that means in real life is that someone in addiction does not pay a great deal of attention to who they are as a human being, to their values, to their belief systems. Now, precisely why they don't do that we haven't figured out yet. But this seems to be a key theme that we've been discovering in the data, that when people are in active addiction, it's sort of their self sort of evaporates. So this is an interesting thing. Now, those of you who have heard me talk before on the online program about the great Nobel Prize winning addict, Eugene O'Neill, the playwright, know that this was one of his key themes in his plays, that the self sort of dissolves into nothingness and joins this greater world. And that was what upset him, because he said, no, darn it, I'm important. Me as a human being, an individual, I'm important. But when I get drunk, my problem is this person who I am just melts away into nothingness. Although I feel this connection with the world, or this feeling that I belong, or this feeling I can make sense of things, in reality, when I step back and look at that, what that really means is that who I am as a person is no longer there. And again, we don't want to jump to any conclusions in the research, but that's an interesting pattern that we've discovered, that people in active addiction, at least the clients we've talked to here, have told us that the self, who they are as a person, seems to melt away into nothingness. Anyway, that's one of the interesting patterns that's emerged from the research analysis so far, and we'll be back with another one.